Watching The Piano Teacher for the first time was an experience that left me both captivated and bewildered. The film, released in 2002 and based on a novel from 1983, opened with a series of scenes that were both familiar and foreign. The setting in Vienna, a city renowned for its rich musical history, immediately drew me in. The sound of piano keys being struck, the elegance of the music, and the visual beauty of the city were all elements that promised a deep, enriching experience. Yet, I found myself puzzled by the film's R rating, a warning that suggested I was about to embark on a journey that would challenge my perceptions of art, relationships, and the human psyche. As I began to watch, I was struck by the central character, Erika Kohut, a woman in her 40s who lived with her overbearing mother. The tension began to unfold slowly, almost imperceptibly, as I watched Erika navigate her dual life as a piano teacher and a daughter trapped in a suffocating domestic environment. The initial scenes, filled with music and the beauty of performance, felt like a veneer over something much darker. It was as if the notes played on the piano were a prelude to the dissonance that would soon emerge in Erika's life. Despite the language barrier, the dialogue in French accompanied by English subtitles offered me a glimpse into the complexities of Erika's world. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was only scratching the surface of her character. The nuances of her interactions with her students, particularly with Walter Klemmer, a talented young pianist, began to reveal unsettling layers of desire and power dynamics. Their relationship was fraught with tension, raising uncomfortable questions that lingered long after the credits rolled. What does it mean to be a teacher? What does it mean to be a student? The boundaries between authority and submission blurred, and I found myself questioning the ethics of their connection. Erika's neurosis was palpable, and it seemed inextricably linked to her relationship with her mother. The oppressive nature of their coexistence created an atmosphere ripe for psychological conflict. I could feel the weight of her mother's expectations pressing down on Erika, stifling her independence and shaping her desires in ways that were both tragic and disturbing. The mother-daughter dynamic was not merely a backdrop. It was the very fabric of Erika's existence, woven with threads of control, fear, and unfulfilled longing. As I struggled with the film's odd sound quality on my computer screen, I felt a sense of disconnection from the story. It was only when I decided to move to the larger screen in the living room and replay the film from the beginning that I began to grasp the layers of the narrative. The shift in my viewing experience allowed me to immerse myself fully in the film's atmosphere. I was enveloped by the visuals, the music, and the emotional weight of Erika's journey. The deeper I delved into her character, the more I was drawn into her strange desires. Erika's fantasies, particularly her longing for pain and humiliation, were both fascinating and repulsive. I found myself grappling with the uncomfortable realization that her desires were not merely a reflection of her psychological state, but also a commentary on the nature of control and submission. Her troubling letter to Walter, laden with implications of dominance and vulnerability, left me unsettled. It was a pivotal moment that forced me to confront the complexities of human relationships and the often murky waters of desire. As I watched Erika navigate her tumultuous relationship with Walter, I was struck by the power dynamics at play. She was both the authority figure and a woman in desperate need of connection. The film masterfully explored the duality of her existence, her role as a teacher juxtaposed against her own emotional fragility. It was a delicate balance that highlighted the intricacies of love, longing, and the often painful pursuit of intimacy. Throughout the film, I found myself pondering the nature of Erika's dreams and desires. What did it mean to yearn for something that could ultimately lead to one's own destruction? The film posed difficult questions about identity, autonomy, and the societal constraints that often dictate our choices. Erika's struggles were emblematic of a broader human experience, one that resonated deeply within me. I couldn't help but reflect on my own life, my own desires, and the ways in which they had been shaped by external influences. As the film reached its climax, the tension between Erika and Walter escalated, culminating in a confrontation that was both heartbreaking and inevitable. I felt a sense of dread wash over me as I anticipated the fallout of their relationship. It was a moment that encapsulated the film's exploration of power and vulnerability, leaving me grappling with the implications of their choices. The haunting score, the visual imagery, and the raw performances combined to create an emotional landscape that was both beautiful and tragic. In the aftermath of watching The Piano Teacher, I was left with a lingering sense of unease. The film had challenged my understanding of relationships and the complexities of human desire in a way that was both profound and unsettling. It forced me to confront the darker aspects of life, the hidden struggles that often lie beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary existence. Erica's journey was a reminder of the fragility of the human psyche and the intricate dance between love and pain. As I reflected on the film, I realized that my initial confusion about its R rating was not unfounded. The Piano Teacher was not merely a story about music or teaching. It was a deep exploration of the human condition, fraught with tension and complexity. It left me questioning the nature of desire, the impact of familial expectations, and the often painful search for connection in a world that can feel isolating and oppressive. Ultimately, it was an experience that would stay with me, challenging my perceptions and inviting me to explore the depths of my own understanding of love, power, and the intricacies of the human heart.